Hello everyone, welcome back. It's been a while since I've uploaded anything on this channel. I officially finished my winter semester at university, so I am done until September, and so I'm so excited to get back into recording videos for you guys and just getting back to my channel in general. I haven't played The Sims in about probably a month, so yeah, it's just been a long time and I'm really excited to get back into it. I have my cat here with me today. She's currently sleeping, so if you hear any snoring, that would be her. But yeah, I just have a quick video for you guys. I find builds are a bit easier for me to film when I'm sort of on a bit of a time crunch, but I'm gonna get back to like regular gameplay videos very soon. I just wanted to get something up, give you guys a little update about where I've been. So we're gonna go through this build today. I actually made a mobile home for the Pancakes. I've been playing with them recently. I initially had a video, like a build for their house, like it was one of the very first videos I ever uploaded on this channel, but I just wasn't very proud of it, so I ended up deleting it, and we're gonna redo it today. So the idea here is that this is the Pancakes' first home that they purchased in their marriage. It's a starter home technically, but it's kind of upgraded, so I think the total cost is about $33,000. It is already up on the gallery, so if you do want this build, you'll have to press the button to include custom content, and I think it's just called the Pancakes home, but if I'm wrong about that, I will put that on the screen here. So yeah, without further ado, let's jump right in, grab a hot drink, a blanket, and come hang out with me for a while. So we're gonna start off in this kitchen. This kitchen, I was fighting for my life, you guys. I tried to do like this little island thing that you see me working on, and just for some reason the corner piece was just, it did not want to fit, and then I realized that I had the counter backwards, so I had to fix it, and I did end up getting it looking pretty decently, but oh my goodness, you guys, I was fighting for my life. My sort of vision for this home was that they had lived here for a couple years at this point. So like I said before, it is the first home that they purchased in their marriage, but they did sort of start the process of renovating it, upkeeping it, doing some of the more bigger maintenance projects, but at some point they did slow down with the renovations because Eliza became pregnant with Iggy. So in my current save, the way that I'm playing them is Iggy is an infant and Bob and Eliza are very, very early in their marriage. I think my idea was that they've only been married for about a year, maybe a year and a half. And I kind of ignore the lore of the Sims 4 base game because I just don't feel like their story made a whole lot of sense. When you start a new save in The Sims 4 and you open up the biography panel for this family, it reads, "Poor, poor Bob and Eliza. Have they ever been happy? It seems there's nothing one can do to please the other. Just what is keeping this couple together? Or conversely, what is the spark that will finally drive them apart?" And so a lot of people I find play this family sort of very messy and drama-filled, and I love that. I've definitely played that version of them before, but this time I kind of want to do it a little bit different. They're a lot younger in my save than they are in the initial Sims 4 like base save, so I kind of want them to be both a little bit somewhat immature. They're definitely not ready for parenthood or the constant sort of work that you have to put into your marriage when you have a new child, especially when you're not married for that long. So they're kind of juggling wanting their own independence but also wanting to be together because they do love each other very much, but they sort of wanted different things. Eliza wanted to wait a little bit longer before they welcomed a child, but Bob didn't, and this is just sort of the way that their story unfolded, and that's where I'm sort of starting off. So I think it'll be really fun to play them. Usually when I play them, I play sort of later on in their marriage. My initial sort of cryptid save file, if you were around for when I uploaded that very first video, Bob and Eliza had already split up and Iggy was a child at that point. Eliza was living in Newcrest, which is, in my view, her hometown, and Bob was still living in Willow Creek, and he had the primary custody, primary responsibility of taking care of Iggy. and it was Iggy that would go to Eliza's place in Newcrest every weekend. So I don't know if that's where they're going to end up this time around, or if maybe they'll stay together and sort of figure out how to make life work with one another. So we'll have to see where that goes once I do my current household and once I play them a little bit more. So I guess if you're wanting to know how they end up, you'll have to stick around for those future videos. But yeah, that is sort of the brief general overview of the way that I've played them in the past and the way that I view them now. I feel like I've been kind of sleeping on this family a little bit because it's not very often that when EA drops like a new pack or a new world or new pre-mades, anything like that, it's not often that they give us like rounded, complex families with marriages that are maybe not as wholesome or perfect, and I really like that. I wish I have given this family a chance before, because as much as I love wholesome families, it probably doesn't seem like that from the families that I upload, but I really do love to play with wholesome families. I just find that for video purposes, sometimes it's just not as interesting to play with people that are perfect all the time. I get sort of, not bored, but for me, I just get kind of, maybe burnt out is the word I'm looking for, when I play the same way for a long time. So that's why I like the complex, rundown, realistic gameplay, because I find that it's always different, and there's sort of, you can have the same dynamics and stuff, but the way that you play them is very, very different, and it just makes for more interesting gameplay, in my game anyway. I know there's lots of people who like to play the wholesome route, and I definitely love that as well. I just love how different everybody plays this game. In other news though, I did want to tell you guys a little bit about my semester at university and how that's been going for me. So I started in January. I do think I made a couple videos about sort of what that was. What I'm taking. If you guys don't know, I'm doing my undergraduate degree in community studies, and my field of study is psychology, sociology, and a little bit of anthropology as well. I'm enjoying it a lot, actually. I just, what's today? Today's the 12th that I'm recording this. On the 10th, I had my final exams, which I feel like I did okay, but I definitely did not study as much as I should have. In the final 2 weeks of the semester, I had a lot of assignments that I had to get done, and I'm somebody who, I stay on top of my assignments fairly well, but all of the sudden, just the last 2 weeks, it was like boom, boom, boom. I had like 10 or 12 assignments that were due in the same like 3-day span. It was so hard to keep on top of them. So that's kind of why I disappeared for the last like 3 or 4 weeks. And when I wasn't at school or working on assignments, I was working my actual job. So I just got really, really busy over the last month. I didn't really have time to play or film or do anything other than work or school, really. So I'm really excited and so relieved that I'm finally done for this semester. I can focus on my channel and focus on working over the summer. If you guys didn't see my past announcement, or you don't follow me on Twitter or Blue Sky, I am actually purchasing my very first home, which I am so freaking excited about. Me and my fiance, we move in next month. It's just so crazy, like how fast it all happened. And we also get married in 2 months, and I'm also so excited for that. So yeah, my personal life just kind of exploded over the last couple days, so my channel just kind of took the back burner for a little bit, but I'm back now and I'm so excited. And I of course will update you guys once all of that falls into place and we're settled, and I'll give you guys updates, because for the first probably week or 2 of May, I probably won't be online very much at all, because we'll be moving, and so it'll be very, very stressful, but so exciting too. And once we're in and we have like everything set up the way we need it to be, I'm going to be making a lot more videos, and I'm also considering reviving my Twitch just to stream like other games that don't necessarily fit on my YouTube channel, but also games that I like to play. Like I'd love to do like Minecraft or Stardew or different like narrative games that I like to play. But I don't see the point right now because I won't be able to actually stream until we're into this new home. So I'm gonna wait for that, but that is something I'm considering as well. And of course, I'd be open to game suggestions as well. It just feels so nice after like weeks of go, go, go to just be able to slow down and take a breath and play my Sims and do my own thing for a little bit. Once September rolls back around, I'll be going into my final year of my undergrad and I'll graduate next April, I think. So I'm super excited. Lots to be excited about. How many times can I say excited during this video? But you know, it's just, there's lots of good things to look forward to, and I just can't wait to share everything as we go. And yeah, this summer should be very interesting for sure. Oh, also, while I was gone, I guess 𝍊🍼 released for early access. I'm just wondering if any of you guys have picked that up or played it at all. I've seen a couple creators' videos. I haven't really had the chance to sit down and really like sit through one of the videos to watch, but it looks really interesting. I've been hearing some good things and some criticisms and some feedback that they seem to be taking into consideration. So yeah, have any of you guys played 𝍊🍼? Or will you play 𝍊🍼 once the sort of early access feedback gets implemented? I don't think it's available yet for me for early access, but I personally don't know, from what I've seen so far at least anyway, I don't know if I'll be really playing 𝍊🍼, but Paralives I'm so excited for, and I heard that that's going to release for early access at some point this year as well. That I think I would jump on like so quickly. I've been following the development of Paralives since, gosh, like probably like since it first was announced, and I've seen the improvements over the last couple years that they've been working on it, and it looks better and better every update. I'm just so thrilled that there's finally some games and some developers that are really trying to be a competitor for The Sims. I don't love the idea that because they're in development that The Sims is over, or that The Sims will destroy these newer games. But I think ultimately new games in this genre of life simulation games it's always a good thing to have more games to play, and it's always a good thing when games like this come into development because it shows how much the player base loves this genre and how expansive these games can be. And I don't know, I'm really excited for Paralives, but 𝍊🍼 looks really good as well. There is like the whole conversation about like the generative AI, and I don't personally feel equipped to give my thoughts on that in a way that it is articulate. But I did watch a video from the creator sillee, and I highly recommend you guys watch that if that is one of your concerns with this game. And I will tag him in the description and link to his video as well, because I just feel like it's a really good conversation to have, and the way they laid out their thoughts was just incredible, and the video was just very well researched. And so yeah, there's a lot of conversations happening in the life simulation genre community right now, and I think the conversation is good as long as it's constructive. And I find online there's a tendency to sort of feel accusatory or attack people, but I think it's always important to engage with this stuff critically, and the way that sillee's video was articulated and researched was just, it was incredibly helpful for me to see sort of what potential issues can arise with this sort of stuff. So yeah, I highly encourage everyone to give that a watch because it was so informative. So I guess I should get back into the commentary for this build. So right around here is when I realized I needed to do something with this open space. So I decided to make it a book nook with an artist's easel. I love playing with artist sims. I think it's one of my favorite skills in the game to play with and develop. I just feel like it's a really helpful way to get your simoleons up when you first move sims into a new build or a new lot and their simoleons are looking a little sad, because when you sell your paintings on Plopsy, you can get like a couple hundred simoleons for something that if you sold it to a collector would only be like 100. I think that was actually a bug. I don't think it was meant to be that expensive on Plopsy, but they haven't taken it out yet, at least not in my game, so I still utilize that bug quite often. So now you see me moving on to the exterior of the build, and even though Iggy is only an infant right now, I did focus a lot of the exterior on things like just little yard toys that when he ages up he'll be able to use and just to have something to do outside. Currently in my gameplay right now it is winter, so by the time that winter is over and spring is over, he should be a toddler and he should be able to use most of the stuff that I end up putting outside. I did use a reference for the outside of the build, but I didn't follow it directly, and it really doesn't look similar to this at all. I wanted the yard to look very cluttered and like the people who live here, which would be the Pancakes, that they're outside all the time and that they have a lot of things to do, and I want to put like a little shed in that back corner by that fishing sign by the water. I would like to put a shed there and be able to have Bob have some skill building activities just in the shed outside of the home, because the home is kind of too small to have really anything else put in there. But I figure that might come at a later time, like once I advance through gameplay a little bit. But that is something I really want to put on this lot. And of course, no build of mine is complete without an outdoor fireplace. I love to put these down. I love bonfires personally, and I always try to make an effort if my build's exterior can fit a bonfire, I'm going to squeeze a bonfire in there. I love the gameplay it adds. I love having my teen sims, for one, gather around a bonfire and tell ghost stories and roast marshmallows. It's just really wholesome gameplay, and I always want to include a fire pit in my builds. I think I said it earlier, but in my save right now it is winter time, and I just feel like this yard in particular really thrives and you can get its full potential in the summer. And I created like this little driveway, and you guys, I think I changed my mind on cars in The Sims 4. I think this driveway that I made did it for me. And the car is from Max 20. I think it came with his garage CC like stuff pack, and I personally love them. Before I was always using the debug cars, but I just find that these have much more detail to them, and you can actually click on them to travel to different worlds or just around the map. I wish there was like animations or something, but I do understand like that's a limitation of this game. But I absolutely love these cars. I place them in whatever builds that I can, and I'm just so obsessed with that little driveway area that I created. And you know, I have in the past been on the record on my channel saying that I don't care for cars in The Sims 4, and honestly before this pack I really didn't, but it just shows that you don't really need an open world to be able to really enjoy cars in this game. Even just the simple option to like click and travel, it would be really cool if there was like an animation of your Sims getting into the cars and then driving off before the loading screen. I think that would be really cool. But yeah, I just am obsessed with that little driveway. And it does bring me back to The Sims 3 a little bit. I really wish that we still had the ability for our parent Sims to teach the teen Sims how to drive. Gosh, it makes me so sad to think about. I haven't been able to play The Sims 3 in like probably 5 years. I actually don't know how long it's been, but it happened when Origin switched to the EA app and Origin was like no longer a thing. My EA app won't show my packs in the launcher. Like if I go through EA app, it shows that I own the packs and it shows that they're installed, but if I open The Sims 3 to launch it, then half of my packs are missing and there's no way to get them to show in the launcher. I've tried like EA help, I've tried like the forums, and nobody can figure it out. It just makes me so sad that I haven't been able to play The Sims 3 because The Sims 3 is what like made me love The Sims. And I have been playing longer. I've been playing since The Sims 2, but it was The Sims 3 that really made me like collect The Sims and really spend most of my free time playing The Sims. I had like most of The Sims 3 packs, so it just like breaks my heart that I can't play it. Oh my gosh, you guys, I've been talking for so long, I didn't even realize it was the end of the video. So I'm going to call it here, but thank you guys so much for listening, and I hope you have a lovely day, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.